other niggas doing life. This chain gang, niggas out here killing, holding regular like they can't think.
Went through heartaches and evil to get what I am present. Can't take back what I've experienced. The lessons was they present. Would have to go through hell in order to make it to heaven. Well, remember when I was selling ounces, could easily got a felon. Remember when I used to get what I take, never was selfish. People took me for granted, took my kindness for weakness. Cutting out extra baggage in my life wasn't the easiest. Started back getting in touch with myself. It's when I was the freest. Got a good woman in my life that loved me unconditionally. Transitioned to a butterfly from a green centipede. Seemed like the worst people. Got the best of me. Staying humble when I have everything. What's the test for me? Darkness for so long when the truth is in front of you, can't see. If you in house all the time when you go outside, can't take the heat. Always in battle mode. Never smell defeat. Never let evil overtake you. It's a divine key. Yeah. Truth.
Yeah, that's one of my songs off the features. And it's something new. And it's something new.
Who is against me will always tell the truth. If God is with me, then I will never lose. In this world of temptations, I will never give in. Keeping my soul purified will forever. This is a divine timing. Seeking miraculous findings of my soul in these dark times. Living water is the light as a major sign. You are sacred, one of a kind. Keeping my grass clean, catch me raking. Most running too fast, need to be patient. Cause running fast without adjustments is like $5 with poor cases. Still harmful for your health. All can go to heaven, but majority will be left. How can one grow their body by having mastered one rep? Nobody is gonna assist you if you haven't asked for help. Don't say one ain't strong if you don't know what being poor feels like. I am a golden warrior, will never give up without any fight. And even if I lose, just say I did so with all my might. Can't lose though, cause if God is with you and pray that everything in sight. You are above anyone that's going against heavenly fruit and rights. Know the tree by the fruit, can't pick it too early, only when it's right. Yeah, that's right. Turn who is against me will always tell the truth. If God is with me, then I will never lose. In this world of temptations, will never give in. Keeping my soul purified. The pieces of the puzzle is coming together. Once was blind like Helen Keller, counting my money like a bank teller. Never slave to the paper. In good standing, fake friends spit in your face like Abraham Mantis. Going back to my roots, ancient Atlanteans.
Yeah. Wait, man.
Everything is going good, everything is coming full circle. The spirit is moving on earth as it is in heaven. The sun is rising all day. Nobody can block it. All they're gonna do is try to rob it. But they can't rob something that they can't see. The spirit of God is on the planet, truth is coming out. Fakes are getting exposed by upgrades. I'm beaming up like a lamp. Pharisees are any season counts. Some are wicked, like the Christian church thought y'all was different. Earth need healing, that's why evil ones have been removed like weeds during the harvest. Wood important to move forward, like Meet the Robinson. heaven and earth combined. Only how we can see that is the work to get the wealth like digging a gold mine. Perfect your soul, temple, and mind. The less you will have an ego, the more wisdom you will find. Life is sour like a lime and sweet like a peach. Be hope to see clearly, to go deep, then you will rise even higher to the peak. You will become a be like the reverend, kinda like me. Oh, the Lord.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, like that's a couple of my songs that's on my mixtape. That was from the Poetry mixtape and everything like that. I'm gonna have the least links in the description. The other one was from my up and coming Living Water mixtape, and like the other one, like was Last Cry. That was from like a feature, you know, that I think I put on my YouTube channel a long time ago. But anyway, I wanted to speak shortly about how too much knowledge. Wait a minute. Let's say too much knowledge can turn you evil if you don't have a pure heart. Because like if you don't have a pure heart, or you don't have like the actual ancestral energy within yourself to be humble within all your astral travels within within the universe and within your walks of life, and you using this knowledge and stuff like that as as a cloak of evil in order to lord over people to make it seem like that you better than somebody that have less knowledge than you, then like that's a evil, that's a devil or a trickster that actually like wanna tempt you to make you fall within confidence within yourself so you can worship them and not look at yourself as as a value holy instrument to actually absorb knowledge. That's the reason why I say like you have to become like children, because like most people get the knowledge and stuff like that, and they become egotistical, stuck up. They be more worse than how they was before, you know, because they have a tainted heart, and they really was using knowledge stuff like that so people can worship them, not in the actual essence of bringing people back into the national fold and the divine fold of the Most High God, in order to get their soul right to elevate. Because most people with the knowledge stuff like that, they steering more people away from the path than bringing them on. They steering most people away from heaven than to heaven, because the same fact that they use the knowledge stuff like that, as an ego trip, they're saying that if you don't know about it and I know about it and stuff like that, then like you was under me and you don't know what you talking about, or like, you know, instead of just hearing somebody out with their level of knowledge stuff like that, because knowing that you have been there, you know, knowing that you've been on that level of not having as much knowledge and stuff like that. So like that's why one have to always be humble, because like the more knowledge that you have, the more open you is to good and evil. So like evil can overtake you, and good can can absorb and blend within your body and stuff like that. But at the same time, you have to know which one is which in order to know the difference between the one, and not let too much evil overtake your heart based on as much knowledge that you have and stuff like that. You know, just like that movie Green Lantern. Like he know at the point and stuff like that, he started losing faith, cilantro or whatever like that. Then he started then he saw like majority of like the Green Lantern stuff like that was actually like dying, because like the amber energy of fear was overtaking a whole lot of some of the best Green Lanterns. So he felt that he couldn't defeat the devil or fear, so he would rather join sides with it, you know, not knowing that you have to have a strong will and heart and pure heart in order to defeat the devil. If you still have a tainted heart and you trying to do good or on the good side and stuff like that, you can't get consumed by the level of vibration or the level of knowledge of which you get and stuff like that, because it can consume you and make you jaded. That's why, like in the book of Ecclesiastes, I think chapter 13 or so, it's one of them books, but it said like that the more knowledge that you have, the more the more sorrow that you have, because the more knowledge that you have, so like that, is the person to see, to know all of this stuff, or like that this one world, but majority of our people and stuff like that don't want to come together as a whole in order to raise up with the knowledge of which they have, you know. So it can make you kind of, jaded or sorrowful or like stressed out and stuff like that, knowing that you know all this stuff like that, but at the same time you don't know as many people that can actually like manifest and actively put these thoughts and actions in order to move forward, you know. So like sometimes like this walk with the knowledge of self and stuff like that in the spirituality is lonely. But at the same time, if you alone, that means like you owl, which is God, the feminine essence and stuff like that. You one with God, like when you're alone, you know, because like silence and stuff like that is it's the best teacher to know God, to know like who you are and to know who is who by asking questions. So like anyway, like too much knowledge can turn you evil, you know. So watch out for all these people and stuff like that claim that they have all this knowledge over somebody and stuff like that, because most of the people and stuff like that have a broken ego, you know, and they lord over people to make it seem like that they know more than other people. But at the same time, they ain't doing works to actually help the people on the lower level than them. They think that they is below them to the point that they, you know, like they treat them like whatever, and not trying to fully help them, you know, or like cast them to the side, like that, to make it seem like they opinions or they thoughts stuff like that don't matter just because like you ain't close to them, or you ain't on the same level of knowledge they is and stuff like that, you know. And that's how you know, like that's the devil, because of real God and stuff like that don't care like what kind of level that you on and stuff like that, you know. He'll help regardless of who you are, because he know your plight, because he went to the lowest of the low in order to go to the highest of the high, in order to secure and to help those that's in need, that went through them same plights and trials and tribulations within their life. So anyway, like too much knowledge can turn one evil if you don't have a pure heart. That's why you have to always be cleansing yourself and meditating on the pure heart, because the heart is what Allah, God, Yahweh speak through in order to elevate you, because like the heart is like, that's the reason like the devil is like they always trying to destroy the heart, because like when you trying to destroy the heart, and most people and so like that lack it's talking about I don't trust nobody and so like that, have a tainted heart, and they heart consume themselves like within darkness, because like most people that say that they don't trust nobody, or I don't trust nobody and so like that, is the ones that gave trust to the wrong people, that they knew that was evil and that's gonna do them wrong, but they gave them the benefit of the doubt, or they thought just because like they at that moment and so like they were smiling in their face, instead of having conversation with them to know who they actually are, like within, they start trusting the wrong people. And then like the dude and stuff like that crossed them over, or the person or the woman crossed you over and everything like that, and you start hating on them. Then everybody that come into your life so like that, you shield out and block out of your life so like that, thinking that will happen to you again. Then sometimes like good people come into your life that have a pure heart that won't do that to you, and you block them and shield them out of your life so like that, and you push away good people out your life because of a demon that turned your heart cold, you know, turned your heart cold into rocks, into ice, you know. So like the more knowledge that you even have, so like that you attain on your journey, you actually like use that and so like that as an ego trip, so like that, to lord over people, so like that, based on your past hurt and trauma that happened in your life, and you using that because most people never was anybody so like that outside of the knowledge and so like that, outside of all this stuff or like that, so they need and so like that to feel a sense of security and value within themselves. And they use that as an ego to say, oh, like I have this, this give me a certain appreciation, so like that, which knowledge should. But at the same time, if you're using it so like that as to boost your ego based on the hurt and the trauma and the lack of trust that you have for one another, then you're using that, to make it seem like if somebody don't have more knowledge than you, or have less knowledge than you, or if they don't have like enough knowledge or on the same level as you and stuff like that, then they evil, the devil, you casting stones, you know, like, or you make it seem like that you haven't sin or whatever like that. And and I mean that's evil, or that you wasn't on that on that level before in the past. You know, that's evil, and most people and stuff like that is bringing people and throwing and scattering the flock based on that, based on they broken heart. That's why Noble Drew Ali and stuff like that said like that if you haven't lived a clean and moral life, then you cannot be a true adept, because he know if you did wrong in the past like that, you're gonna transfer that bullshit to to you having knowledge or the spiritual side and stuff like that, and it's gonna affect your judgment based on your past traumas and your hurt and you and everything and all of the bad shit that you experienced in the past, based on sometimes based on your actions and your decision that you put within yourself. But when you come into the knowledge after so many countless mistakes, then you start blaming others for your misfortune when it's actually you that actually like made all this stuff happen within your life. But anyway, like yeah, I didn't want to make this that long, but like but yeah, too much knowledge to make you come. Even I ain't saying that you can't learn knowledge, but at the same time, when you learn knowledge, you have to be humble, because when you humble, you elevate to God. If you're not humble, you descend to the devil. That's real talk. Because if you ain't humble and you don't have the mind of a child, and you ain't being like children, you know, because children so like that, you know, like they have a whole lot of ancestral thoughts, so like that they just can't express it enough, because because they don't know the probably all of the words, or like they thoughts and stuff like that. I mean, as good as like the older people, but at the same time, they have a whole lot of ancestral thoughts and ideas and everything like that. They just can't express it properly. So like it express as playfulness, as joy, as want to play and want to express and stuff like that, because that's the mind of a child, you know. So like anyway, like yeah, most people have to be like children in order to attain as much knowledge, because the more knowledge that you will get, if you have a wicked heart, you're gonna be wicked, and you're gonna use the knowledge so like that for evil. Just like look what the devil did. They took all of the moral secrets so like that, went into different civilizations so like that, and used the knowledge so like that to control and lord over people and to be over people, because they have a wicked heart. They is bastards within their heart, or like they don't know themselves, or don't know their God, or don't know their father and mother, you know. So they have an internal hate within their heart and not healing themselves before they get the knowledge. So they use the knowledge so like that as a form of false superiority, and so like that, to make themselves on a pedestal above somebody, because they've been hurt and crushed within their life, so like that. So they use that as a form to feel superior, or feel liked, or feel valued, based on all of the shattered and broken traumas that happened into their life in the past. So they use that as a cloak or as a crutch, and not using it as a way to help others and so like that, to lift others up. That was on a lower level to to a higher level, or use that knowledge so like that in order to be that light that others can see, to raise themselves up as, not as, so other people can see eye to eye to you. Cause like all of the prophets like that want you to do better than them. They don't want you to just still be below them. So anyone stuff like that want you to see eye to eye and still want you to be below them, you know, no matter how much knowledge that you attain and stuff like that means they are part of the devil. Because a true God and a true prophet and stuff like that will want you to do greater works there, you know, because he already know like that the spirit of the Most High, so like that, is within you, is within them as well, you know. And while by my own will I could do nothing. All glory and my will and so like that is connected to the father and the mother, you know, that moves through me. So like if that's essence so like that is within me, if you is righteous and you elevate yourself so like that to that same state, you can be the same. You can do the same works. You know, you can do the same works. That's the reason, like in the Circle 7 Quran. In the Circle 7 Quran. Wait a minute. In the Circle 7 Quran, it said like that Yahshua HaMashiach said that you can do great works, better works than them, or greater works. I meant through the Holy Bro. Yeah, it's a, like it's a this chapter where it say Yahshua HaMashiach, Jesus fully materialized to the eastern sages in the place of the princess Ravana in India. To the Megan priest in Persia, three wise men speaks in praises of the personality of the Nazarene. I'm trying to see probably chapter 17 or 20. Well, anyway, it's a he fully materialized, but it's chapter. It's chapter 27. It said, the problem of age has been solved. A son of man has risen from the dead, has shown that human flesh can be transformed into flesh divine. Before the eyes of man, this flesh in which I come to you was changed with speed of light from human flesh. And so I am the message that I bring to you. To you I come, the first of all, the race, to be transmuted to the image of Allah. What I have done, all men will do. And what I am, all man shall be. But Jesus said no more. In one short breath, he told the story of his mission to the Son of Man, and he disappeared like air. See? But like anyway, yeah, like back what I was saying and stuff like that, yeah. Like what that's a true prophet or stuff like that. Saying that what I have done, you can do too. Cause most people saying like what I could do, you can never do. You know, what I shoot like I'm well I mean what I have done, you can never do. You can never be on my level. You can never that's a demon. That's a demon. So watch out for people like that, man. But anyway, yeah, I hope this lesson was edifying. And God's willing, this was edifying. And peace, and goodwill to the hopeful elect, of Israel. And will that y'all have a good day. Shalom.